Hello, YouTube. Nice day. I hope that you are having a wonderful weekend. My name is Ricardo. I'll be the host for today. Talk and Talk is not exactly an English class. Actually, it's not a exactly language class, because besides English, that's the language for today, we have another languages like Spanish, Italian, French, and I'm not a teacher. I'm a host that have a purpose is let the conversation easier. I suggest some topic and we talk a little bit regarding this topic normally in each immersion. So my name is Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, is small city of São Paulo state, south coast from São Paulo. Uh, São Vicente is the first city of Brazil. My mantra I used to say every day because my opinion is important. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two little friends, my cats Kinji and Pudim, and I'm here again to try learn English. That's it. And you, Wanda, could you introduce yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I'm a dentist. In my free time, I used to be a scuba diver. Two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law, and two cats.
Great. And you, Isabella?
Hello, I'm Isabela. I live in São Paulo. I'm 20. In my free time, I like to discover a restaurant because we have a lot of options here in São Paulo, and for me, this is amazing. I'm still studying in the university. I'm doing public relations in the third year, but I'm already work with PR stuffs and communication.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, today we talk a little bit regarding cultural differences. Brazil have a peculiar situation that uh, the Brazilian face is not characteristic because any any people could be a Brazilian. One of the reasons that Brazilian passport is one of the most values on the black market because a lot of people wanted to have this kind of passport because it's possible to go to any kind of place and the people don't notice because uh, Brazilian is a mix of different people, Europeans, Indians, black people. So in this case is uh, I believe that on Brazil is not so common. We meet people from another countries, but of course, and it recently more and more foreigners visiting and the living here. So the question number one, please, Isabella, could you write it in answer? You are muted, Isabella.
Sorry.
No problem.
In China, slurping noodles is a sign of appreciation. How would Brazilians react to this custom during a meal?
Maybe someone couldn't don't catch this slurping. It makes sounds of noise.
It's
Yeah,
just
exactly, exactly.
uh, here is not so common, I think. But if we see a child or kids doing this, I think it's okay. We would, oh, so cute. But if it is an adult, would be not so cool, not so good.
Yeah,
And probably we would make a joke with this person. But I think it's okay in the same time. Like only a dog can move on. Let's to another comment another thing.
Yeah. I remember uh, a long time ago when I was a kid, and I this one of the students is Japanese, and the I don't I didn't go to uh, this student's house, but I remember the people started a conversation. They tell, oh, the grandfathers, nome the kid is Roberto, and the wow, the grandma, Roberto grandfather is so unpolite because uh, he was making a lot of noise. That's so weird. And the after some while, my friend told me that is sound like uh, res show respect, and tell for oh that's a wonderful cooker. So it's so different from Brazil, because in Brazil this kind of sound is considered unpolite. So in uh, the most part of the Brazil is the same, but some people tell me that in the northwest, in some cities, they have the same behavior, making noises and the sound like the same that they say that's oh that's a wonderful yummy meal, this kind of thing. How about you, Wanda?
Yeah, I don't like people slurping in a table, mostly in a restaurant. It's so disgusting. But I know they like that. They use it to slurping a lot, mostly when they eat pasta. They slurp. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
I went to Vietnam, and in a restaurant they used to slurp a lot, and it's so disgusting for us. Yeah, we need to think about that because word is so different for each one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I worked with a boy and I hated every time that I went to lunch in the kitchen and he was there because he eaten making a lot of noise chewing. Oh my god, it was terrible, terrible. Once I went to the restaurant, he was there and I thought, oh my god, no, I will take my lunch time before after because it's impossible. I hated some noises repeatedly times.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
for
it's
me, it's
disgusting.
yeah,
Yeah.
Uh, well, please, Wanda, could you read and answer the question number two?
Okay. In US, small talk with a stranger is very common. Would Brazilians feel comfortable or awkward engaging in this kind of casual conversation? I think for Brazilian people it's really common. If here we have a line, we need to stay in a line, and we start immediately a small conversation about
Exactly.
the time, about the boarding in the line, and about everything. And for us, it's the same like US. I think for us is more common than American people because American people is a little bit more closed themselves.
Yeah. Uh, and sometimes I listen to some people tell regarding Eskimos and the Namibia and the other countries. That's the the husband offer their wives for a visitant.
Yeah.
And it
Arabic
sounded
people
like,
too.
could it be? Could you tell
Arabic
me?
people,
Oh, yeah,
Islamic
yeah.
people. Yeah. One
No,
time
I
I
believe
was
that's not the same. That same offers, for example, as a date. So the
yes,
people,
it's the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
Yes, the same. One time in Turkey, I was with my husband, and my husband go a place, and I went to another place, and a guy uh, got it to me, and I talked to him. I have a husband. I'm married, but no problem for him. They don't listen to me. And when we met my husband,
Yeah.
they start a negotiation with my husband for me. He
To
wants
buy
Well,
you?
to, yeah, about me. He wants me to take a night with him. And he then proposed to exchange to my husband many things. And oh my gosh, and my husband was so funny, and I start to get worried because if he joke about that is a huge thing in Turkey. And then my husband comprehended, and no, in my country, it's impossible. I think like that. And the guy continues with my husband. No, I put more money or more things, and oh my
yeah.
gosh, it's common. It's
I I
common like that.
I don't I don't say impossible, but so uncommon. It's not so common, certainly.
Yeah,
I believe that
I
could be someone, but it's not so
I think
common.
it's common because I have many friends that passed this same situation
Oh,
in
yeah.
Islamic
No,
countries.
I told regarding here in Brazil.
Ah,
Could it
here
not?
it's
Yeah,
impossible.
it's not impossible, maybe, but it's so
I,
uncommon. It's
I never
rarely you
heard
find this
about.
kind. Yeah, I find it's rarely find situation, the similar situation like that. That's so curious, because uh, the people, the the view, the imagination from foreigners when to talk regarding Brazil is sex liberation or this kind of thing, particularly because the carnival and the other stuff, the the size, the clothes, so bikinis on the beach and this kind of thing, and immediately the people think is so there are a lot of sex on the streets or this kind of thing, but and the particular because of there is a kind of border, personal border, the limit, the people arrive more close than this person, and this is not exactly a problem. Or even give a kiss on the cheeks, or it's common Brazil, hugs and other stuff. In another country, it's not so common. Particularly, for example, we talk regarding United States, is not so common. And I know some foreigners, and uh, that's weird, because, for example, uh, this guy told me that uh, he doesn't like regarding the situation, but on Brazil, the experience he loved it. He loved it. So it's a little strange because it's not regarding about you, about the, I don't know, society too. For example, he for example, has this kind of behavior in Brazil, it's not exactly a problem. But when he returned from the United States, he have to face the all society or the most part of the society. So that's it. I have some experience in my life, but it's different because I just visited some countries in America Latin. So Latin America actually, and the is more similar. For example, I kept a month on Chile, and the is close to the our behavior. How about you, Isabella?
Yeah, for me, the experience was the same as yours because only Latin America. Once I went to Disney, but it's Disney, so we have more Brazilians there than American people.
Yeah, could it
So
be?
we can make this comparison. And yes, I think we're still in the second, right? And for me, we have this small conversation much more than the Americans one, because if we thought about elevators, if you in an elevator and then comes someone, you will start some little conversation just to be kind with this person. And I don't know, in the US I think they are so busy and thinking in production, and I didn't really see this approach with not a real, like, just to be kind, not
Yeah.
thinking in more. So I will agree with Wanda in everything that she talked.
Okay. So move on to the next one, please. Isabella, could you read and answer the question number 3?
In Turkey, it's common to be offered tea multiple times during a visit. How would a Brazilian guest respond to this persistent hospitality? If we change here tea to coffee, I think the Brazilian would love, because if you offered coffee 10 times, we're going to accept the 10 times.
Yeah.
So in with tea, it's not so common. So maybe the person would ask, "Could you change for coffee, please?"
Could be. Yeah, I think that I I wonder that Brazilian don't s- don't know say don't how to say no. Uh, it's common in Brazil. For example, if you uh, request some, for example, I invite or something. Oh, would you like to go to a party next week? Okay, maybe. I let me say I don't know with my wife or say any kind of excuse. But on in the other countries, common. Uh, the people just say no. I don't want. It's not exactly a big deal because the people in Brazil, when you say no, is considered unpoliteness a lot of times. So in this case, but when you talk regard the food or in this case a tea, maybe if you offer a lot of times, maybe someone could consider a little boring, but not exactly unpolite. It's not exactly a aggressive thing. Oh, my friend, please, one more time, I say no. Please, I don't want to drink tea, but I don't know. I'm not so considered so disturbing this kind of thing. For example, this guy offered a lot of times the same tea, for example, the same drink. So maybe in my opinion, that's okay. It's not so rude. How about you, Wanda?
And it's not only in Turkey, all the Islamic countries
Yeah.
offer all the time mint tea and with sugar and sugar, sugar and tea.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah, it's sweeter. Um, and yes, is that you come to a magazine, for example, you need to drink a tea. You talk with a person, tea, minta tea, all the time, and so sweeter. But you can talk to them No, I'm good. I'm okay. I drink already. I drink yet already. I don't know. And it's okay. They don't offer and offer and offer. It's because all the time that you connect with another person needs to offer a sweeter thing or a candy or a tea, all the things sweeter is a condition for Islamic people, um,
Yeah,
because Muhammad offered for all the people cans, and then they follow Muhammad. Is a thing like that.
yeah, certainly.
Vanda, how many countries have you already visited?
Oh my gosh, I think almost the world.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm
Next
so
next
I'm so
year
jealous.
I'll go to Micronesia to know Tuk and Yak, two countries, different countries,
Oh,
and
that's nice.
different states in Micronesia.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
I know many countries.
So I'd like to suggest create another question. I would like to know that if you had some kind of experience in another country or even in Brazil, talking with a foreigner or something, I would like to tell a experience on Chile. It's not exactly so weird. No? It's just normal. No? For example, that's a strange situation. For example, if you go to the restaurant or even a fast food store, some kind of thing. It's so on Brazil, it's common. You find you the guys have offering options. Orange juice is common. Any kind of place. Maybe if you, I don't know, uh, you could find uh, mellow juice or passion fruit juice, but orange is common. Any kind of place you could find orange juice. But in Chile, is there are just particularly lemon juice. So any kind of fast food, McDonald's or Wanda's, né? I believe that I don't remember the name of the store. And that's weird. And the guys don't strain the lemon pulp. Né? And for example, the guys put sugar, but when you drink, you could feel the taste of the lemon pulp. Né? It's so weird, né? Because it's so sweet. In the same time, that's weird because you could feel the lemon pulp. How about you, Isabella? You have some kind of experience?
Thinking fast, I couldn't see a really good experience. But once in Chile, the supermarket surprised me because you can only buy alcoholic drinks after uh, 12 p.m. Yeah, 12 p.m. Yes, the midday, and everything they lock it. At least in the time that I went, I think 2 years ago. And if you want to buy leite ninho or chocolates or a lot of things, they are locked in the supermarket, and there was a lot of security people walking around with big guns. So for
Oh
me
yeah,
this was a little shocked because here in Brazil.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting,
I
really interesting.
I I forgot to say that I feel a worth cake on Chile. Né? I was on the mall and the feel the there are a lot of cabinets, armchairs, and kind of thing. And there is I don't know how to say ursinho de pelúcia in English. I don't know.
Teddy bear.
And the teddy bear, né? And a lot of teddy bears fall on the floor, and the people don't really mind regarding the situation. It's so common earthquakes on Chile, and the people don't say. I became a little afraid. What happened? And the guys just continue buying or doing another things. And that's weird. And you, Wanda? Well, you s- you s- you said a so unusual situation, but you could remember or tell another one.
I think he is in Islamic country too. When you visit a monument, a mosque, for example,
Oh, yeah.
people, white people like me, like Isabella, they want to bring for us babies. And when we take the baby in our arm, it's like an obligation. You take the baby and they picture all the time.
Oh, yeah.
One time in Egypt, I stay in pyramids, and an enormous group of teenagers around me taking pictures. Is so boring that because we can walking because they want to picture you.
Yeah,
It's strange.
because the guys know that you are foreigner.
Yes,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the white woman and
But
taking out
need to be blonde too?
what
Need to be blonde, the hair or just the skin?
the skin, and I'm not a blonde exactly, but a little light, and my eyes is green, and with my sister too, with my colleagues too, is really common. And take the baby in arms, get for the baby a good
Yeah.
look. And the other thing, one time in Turkey too, I invited for a wedding because a foreign people, white people, in this wedding get luck for the engaged. And I went there because I'm so curious about a wedding, and it's interesting. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
really.
Well, let's move on to question number 4. In Portugal, people tended to be more direct in communication. That's for Brazilians is a little rude, polite could be. Brazilians who often prefer a more diplomatic approach find this offensive or refreshing. Um, Depends on the Brazilian, but so common, more common, the people would like to have a different approach. I remember, well, sometimes it's weird because uh, we we could listen a lot of stories, but not so true, really true. My mother and my grandparents from my mother, they are Portuguese, and but they uh, I don't know, probably they lived in Brazil for more than 40 years now. So in this case, they are Brazilians now, today. But for example, they used to say that, for example, if you go to a bar or a restaurant in Portugal, and the Brazilians used to say, I would like to, eu gostaria, né? So, and the on Portugal, the people, I have, I want, is similar. On Brazil, that's okay, because when you say you'd like is more polite, but on Portugal, the people, I want. So, and for example, the people say, if you tell I would like, the Portuguese don't brought, for example, a beer or a soda for you. For example, I would like to soda, and after some while, the bartender brought don't didn't brought a beer, for example, or a soda. And if, for example, if you complain regarding the situation, the Portuguese could be say, "Oh, you told you'd like, not you want." So that's so weird, for us Brazilians, but it's not so uh, strange. How about you, Wanda?
Yeah, the same. I think Portuguese people is so strict in
Yeah.
the talking. If you talk with a probably, uh, they understand probably, not think a concrete thing. Like one time, I stay in a restaurant in Portugal with a friend, and a menu is like that, like a Bible.
Oh yeah.
And the waiter took for her the menu and not for me. And she started to read and pass time, and she started to read. And then I talk in Portuguese because it's more interesting. And then eu falei com o garçom, garçom, você tem um outro cardápio, por favor? E ele respondeu assim, ter eu tenho, mas já te garanto que são todos iguais.
Sensacional. Ai, ai.
It's like that. They think strictly,
É,
and it's so funny. I don't feel rudeness. I feel funny.
I don't know what I have ability to say a history regarding uh, a Brazilian artist. É Maramazan, o nome dela, não, I don't know se eu não lembro, mas é Maramazan, uma coisa assim, o nome dela, né? Ela falou que ela estava em Portugal e o filho dela estava um pouquinho doente, né? Aí ela foi na farmácia, aí ela sabia que no outro dia seria um feriado em Portugal, né? Então ela chegou e falou assim: Meu filho está um pouco doente e tal, mas ele ainda está bem. Queria saber o seguinte: se ele piorar, eu queria saber se eu poderia vir aqui. Vocês vão abrir amanhã, né? Vocês vão fechar amanhã?" Ela falou: "Vocês vão fechar amanhã?" Aí ele falou: "Não, não vamos fechar não." Aí tá bom. Aí ela voltou para casa, tal. O filho dela ainda estava mais ou menos. No outro dia ele amanheceu pior. Eu falei: "Caramba, vou lá na farmácia, né? Pra dar uma injeção no menino aí, né?" Aí chegou lá, tava fechado. Falei: português miserável. Falou que não ia fechar, né? Aí ela pegou, foi pro hospital, né? Tudo, aí cuidou do menino, o menino ficou melhor. E passou, sei lá, algum tempo. Ela voltou na farmácia e falou assim: "Caramba, eu vim aqui, perguntei pra você, perguntei se você ia fechar, você disse que não, mas minha senhora, nós nem abrimos, como é que nós iríamos fechar?" Eu não sei se é verdade, né? Eu vi ela falando na televisão, né?
It's like that.
Essas histórias são um pouco
I believe.
comuns, né? Mas,
Yeah,
né?
I believe. It's
Não
so
sei, né?
that.
Mas é. How about you, Isabela?
I saw once in Twitter a lot of people talking about this, and we have a lot of stories very similar with yours and Devanda. So I think it's funny, but when you are living the moment, you really need to take care with your words, because for us it's really common to make this change to seems more polite, or just because it's usual, like, oh, I would like, uh, when you go to the bakery and ask, oh, I would like 5 breads, and you would like, you don't want anymore. So for us, we understand these jokes,
Yeah.
but you need to take care in the Portugal.
Oh, yeah. For example, I remember my uncle, my aunt actually. uh, went to the Porto Alegre, I believe, one city on south, but I believe that's Porto Alegre, né? And the guys was offering chimarrão, and the it's a kind of a circle. There is a fireplace and at the middle, and the guys was offering chimarrão, and it's the same bottle, and the guys offer, oh, do you want? Okay, you offering for a lot of people, including my aunt, and my aunt said thank you, and after that, the guys don't offer more for my aunt. And the why? And my aunt is told, why don't you offer any more for me? You say thank you. So thank you is a kind of secret word to say I don't want any more. So in Brazil, so that's
Yeah,
different. Yeah, different from on São Paulo, for example.
yeah.
So could you move on for question number 5?
Okay.
Uh, could you read the answer, please? One,
Oh,
number 5. Or if you
uh,
want to choose another one, go ahead. No, it's not
okay.
a
In France, discussing politics and philosophy at the dinner table is quite normal. Would Brazilian guests enjoy this or avoid such topics? I think for us in the past, it's okay. It was okay to
yeah,
discussing politics. Philosophy, it's okay for till now. But politics today is hard. Only if you have the same bubble in the table. If you
mhm,
have the same bubble, it's okay. But if you have a right
yeah.
wing and a left wing, you need
In the same meeting,
to shut up.
yeah,
Yeah, during dinner families, it's better to not discuss these topics,
yeah,
but with friends can be more common because you can choose more your friends.
yeah,
But I don't know, in the past, I think it was not so common to discuss politics, and now the people are really getting thirsty in this essence and really start to see what's happening, be more approach with the content and
mhm,
with the politics that we have. So I'm seeing this different. So even in the past we could more talk, we just choose to not talk, and now
uh-huh,
the people be, start to really choose to discussing these things. And the philosophy, I think it's harder
yeah,
because you need to study more and be more a cultural person, and this is not the uh, not common in Brazil. You need to be very interesting to understand and to read the philosophies, people, and
mm,
the studies.
yeah. Uh, well, I agree with you, but maybe philosophy, some part of philosophy is similar to some questions from religions. And some people used to say regarding a kind of not so common is Harry, but particular the philosophy, just philosophy, is Harry or don't happen. But a long time ago, Brazilians don't didn't have conversations regarding politics. But after some while, uh, it's more and more common. You find in a party or in a family people talking regarding politics and politicians. But in the a long time ago is common. Every single Brazilian hate politicians, but more recently, last maybe 8 years, uh, probably, the people have a kind of passion for a specific guy, uh, and some part love a guy, and another part loves another guy, and that's I consider sad. I consider sad, and the one of the reasons that Brazil have a lot of problems because it's a little boring sometimes, but I consider important talk regarding politics and the politicians. I consider really important because uh, it's w- an important way to reach some goals. Brazil, for example, if you wanted to improve our security, our education, the tool, the way to reach these guys uh, is not is there aren't another way to reach this kind of thing because just politicians take care from this situation, topics and the other stuff. So unfortunately or not, it's the same thing in any kind of country. So in Brazil should be the same. So uh, take calm and tranquil and start a conversation, talk regarding the situation, discussing, and this conversation became bigger, reached a lot of different places in our country. Instantly, the guys create a law, for example. Uh, it's so sad, for example, on this week, I don't know exactly when, but a person, um, I don't know how to say, violentar, né? The woman was violentada for a guy, and the guy became arrested for 4 months, around 4 months. And the on this week, the judge uh, condemned this person, but it's possible for this person wait for the another judgment free. So that's weird because three policemen arrested this guy during the act. So in this case, it's a little for me, it's no sense. If you three policemen observe the guy, uh, arrest this guy during the act, and the judge tell that's a situation that that's okay because it's the first time this the first crime this guy and the how do you say ele não tinha antecedentes e era réu primário. So, but is a so grave, grievous crime, so serious crime. So this kind of situation, in my opinion, could be better if the people, Brazilians, talk regarding the situation. But
But
unfortunately, it's not
the
possible to
weird,
discuss. What?
I think the weird of this judgment, it's because a judge is a woman. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
exactly.
terrible thing.
It's the same
Yeah,
case.
yeah, I don't believe when I
Uh,
read about, and oh my gosh, it's
yeah, that's
incredible.
uh,
And the girl that suffered the rape, this girl is crying and crying and get so fear about the free guy that he can do a revenge with in her or in her family.
yeah, so sad,
Terrible.
so
Yeah,
sad.
yeah, terrible
Well,
situation.
let me say goodbye